A goal I had for myself in 2026 was to meal prep weekly, so come along with me as I meal prep this week. Give batch meal prepping a try this week. So it's where you make a bunch of proteins, carbs, and veggies, and then you have something to mix and match and create different meals throughout the week instead of making specific meals. One of the biggest cons I hear people talk about when it comes to meal prepping is that they get tired of the meals that they made at the beginning of the week, and I get that. So I think with this approach, I can mix and match and have more choice throughout the week, and I won't get bored too easily. For my carbs, I'm gonna have some sweet potatoes and some mini white potatoes. Chop the potatoes in about inch-sized pieces, drizzle with olive oil, and season to your liking. On a baking tray lined with parchment paper, empty out your seasoned potatoes to get them ready to go into the oven. Bake for about 20 minutes and then check to see if they're cooked all the way through. And if you like the way they look, take them out. If you want them to be a little bit crispier, you can leave them in for a little bit longer. Onto the veggies. I'm gonna make some oven roasted Brussels sprouts. So prep your Brussels sprouts to be washed and clean. Didn't have any vegetable wash, so I soak it in some warm water and salt. Sure any little critters are taken care of. Same as with the potatoes, I drizzle it with some olive oil, season to my liking, and then throw it in the oven. For my next veggie side, I'll be doing some sauteed kale and spinach. Drizzle some olive oil in a sauteed pan. Your kale in, mix it around for a little bit so it cooks down till it's bright green. Then you can add your spinach, cook it down the rest of the way. To season, I just use salt, pepper, and of course minced garlic because I love minced garlic. I always use a lot. Pro tip, start sauteing your kale before your spinach because the kale is going to take a little bit longer to cook. And there you have it, garlic sauteed, spinach, and kale. Let's make some proteins. First one up is sesame shrimp. I chopped some onions and bell peppers, sauteed those for a bit, and then added my shrimp. Saute the shrimp until it's almost all the way done, and then add my sesame sauce to finish it out. Next up are my chicken wings. So I wash, pat dry, and season some chicken wings. They could be a little bit more seasoned. I'm running out of seasoning, so I need to stock up on those. And then I throw them in the oven until they're golden brown and crispy. Onto the jerk salmon. I'm not the biggest fan of salmon, but I definitely tolerate it more when I cook it with jerk seasoning. I'm using the Walker's Wood jerk seasoning in mild. I'm probably the one Jamaican that cannot handle spicy food, so the mild is all I can handle. I make sure that I season every nook and cranny of this salmon. You don't need to add any salt. That's all in the seasoning already. It will taste delicious as long as you cook it all the way well. I like my salmon cooked all the way through, probably a little more than cooked all the way through, but that's just me. Cook it to your liking. And here's the final product. I have 5 different elements that I can use to make a meal. 3 proteins, 2 veggies, and 1 carb. Let's see if this helps me to stick to my meal prep meals. I'll let you know. Peace.